but figured why not. It's the day after chemo session number 5, and I feel more drained today than I ever have during any of the previous chemo sessions. I don't know if that's going to become an exponential thing or what, but I've literally felt like I've been dragged all day long behind a truck. All I've wanted to do today was sleep. I haven't really even eaten anything today, which may or may not be a good, may or may not be a bad thing. I mean, that's what I was trying to say. I could stand to lose a little weight. I'm just lacking a lot of energy today, and I don't know what to do about it, how to improve it, or even if I can. The chemo seems to just, I don't want to say it this way, but it almost seems like it sucks the life out of me, which sucks. I do appreciate everyone's thoughts and prayers. I really do. And Danica, aka Mrs. Mutt, has been an absolute godsend. I know I say that a lot, but I genuinely mean it. She doesn't know how to take it, and I get that too. But I want her to know that she is truly appreciated. And I'm not looking for any sympathy. I'm just doing this as a kind of a howdy. I'm doing this kind of as a record or on how things are actually going as this chemo thing continues. Howdy is basically me saying hello, in case you weren't aware. I'm just, I don't know, I'm frustrated. I'm really just frustrated that there are things that I want to do and haven't been able to do. There's a ton of things that we have planned for the channel. I just have to be able to do them. And right now, especially like today, I'm not able. I'm just not able to. I've just got a lot on my mind today, and I needed to voice it. If one of the things is people are saying I'm faking this, that's one of the reasons that if you look on Mutt's journey through cancer, you can tell that I'm not faking any of this. Hold on a second. My eyes are acting a little funny today. I got you. Anyway, there have been a couple of people who've told me I'm
message for you, son.
Hilarious way for you all to, come at me when I'm literally showing you the medicine that's being put into my veins, Howdy, howdy. Then there's those who claim that they are having pancreatitis cancer. Pancreatitis is not cancer. So that particular person just needs to stop because it's ridiculous. You're being ridiculous, and I call bullshit. Yes, Jeff, I'm talking about you. If you got pancreatitis, that's not cancer. If you have pancreatic cancer, then I genuinely do feel for you because this is not something to play with. Mine wasn't pancreatic, but if you just have pancreatitis, and I shouldn't say just have, but if you have pancreatitis, then that's something that can be more easily treated than cancer. And it's not something you make a joke about or pull at people's heartstrings to make a point. But anyway, I'm not your judge. And people will find out if you're faking or not. So it's whatever it is. Sounds good. Thanks for streaming through. I appreciate it. If you're enjoying the video or you find it that there's something you can use in the video, please feel free to hit the like button and let me know what you know, and drop a comment. This was a very impromptu live. I wasn't planning on doing one today. But yeah, it's not the picnic everybody thinks it is. That's for sure. I've got to go back Saturday to have pumper stillskin taken out. Y'all give me just a second. I need both hands. Hold on. I might be able to set this right. Yeah. For a second. There we go. I'm still undergoing treatment at the same time, so that might be part of it. I haven't completely finished my treatment. So, as you can see, this looks like it's close to done. Here is pumper stillskin. This is the portable pump that they sent me home with after the first 3 doses yesterday. So here's the pump. The medicine's up here in the top portion, and it just pumps into the port in my chest. So, I don't know if you all can read that or not. You may not be able to. I don't know. But there you go, folks. There it is. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm just the patient who's undergoing all of this. This is not for medical advice or anything. This is just me sharing my own experience. So please don't have anybody tell you, well, he claimed to be a doctor. No, I'm not claiming to be a doctor. I'm just telling you what my experience is. Ow. Okay, there we go. And sharing it here online more as something educational. Anyway, if those of you in the chat aren't already subscribed, please feel free to subscribe. I do other things other than cover my treatment for the colon cancer. I also do food reviews with Mrs. Mutt and I. We will start those on Valentine's Day. We do random walks around town for local events and different things. So there's quite a bit on the channel. For the 9 of you who are in the chat, please feel free to hit the like button or drop a question. Hello, Jay. I happily would answer your question to the best of my ability. If I don't have the answer, maybe I can ask my doctor or my PA, physician's assistant, on my next visit, or even the nurse on Saturday when I go to have this pump removed. So if you have any questions, please drop them down in the chat. But yeah, today has just been a really rough day. I've really felt rather drained and wiped out. But, you know, that's par for the course, or at least that seems to be par for the course. I don't know. It does play havoc on your mental health. So if any of you out there who are possibly going through this and it starts to play with your mental health, make sure that you let your doctor know they have resources that can help. That's my advice. Now, again, I am not a medical physician. I am not a psychologist, psychiatrist, or in any way in the vein of that profession, those professions. But that would be just my friendly advice to you. I would absolutely love for some of y'all to drop feedback. If you want to come and ask questions down in the chat, I'll answer them. I'd even love to, see some friendly faces. By that I mean names that I recognize. But the new faces are also welcome. Like Jay. My numbers are jumping up and down. I think that's great. Size 12 down to 5, back up to 8, back down to 7, then to 6. They're all over the place. Please hit the like button. So, I think it's odd that my doctors still haven't discussed any sort of dietary restrictions other than to tell me I should not eat um, fresh fruits and vegetables, that they need to be cooked. I think that's a bit odd, but that's what he told me. So I don't understand that, but it is what it is. The gentleman is Indian, and it sounds like he may have gone to school in England. He speaks with a very proper English accent. I really should probably do some research on him. If I'm gonna take a moment here and change gears and let you all know that we will be doing, and by we I mean Mrs. Mutt and I, we will be doing the history of moonshining. I know that we did that. My former channel partner, and I did a moonshine channel, but I have found some more information that I think might be interesting. And Mrs. Mutt really doesn't know much about the history of moonshining other than that NASCAR came out of it. That was the only thing she knew about moonshining to begin with. So I think it'd be interesting to get a fresh perspective from her, plus some of the information that I've found. Um, so it won't be the exact same show. Well, the dynamic is not the same. She is definitely not my former partner, who I refuse to mention her name. So I think you all might find this of interest. Um, so and that will be on Tuesday, our regular night Tuesday at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Um, or what is that? 5 on the West Coast. Um, but yeah, so we will be discussing the history of moonshining and bootlegging uh, on Tuesday. I I enjoyed it the first time we did it, and I am finding out all kinds of new things compared to what we had before. Now, I not that's not to say that we probably won't go over some of the old stuff as well. Some of that was very interesting. Um, I'm going to give Mrs. Mutt a suggestion and see if there weren't any women moonshiners. I'm sure there were. Um, she may find that aspect of things interesting, but you never know. We will see what we find out. As far as my chemo, as I said, um, today's been a down day, very much a down day. I'm feeling very drained and just very blah. So if anybody has any suggestions to help improve my mood or my energy level, feel free to drop me a hint because I could sure use it right now. I could definitely use the hint or the encouragement. I know I say that a lot, but and I don't like to sound like a broken record. I really don't. But I went into this is me being a bit more transparent than some of you may care to know, but I do have a diagnosis of clinical depression as it is, and this just feeds on that. This compounds that. So there's some transparency for you. Bears, how are you, love? Mrs. Mutt is talking to her mother upstairs. I just decided to do this live randomly out of the clear blue um, to let folks know how I was doing. Uh, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, okay, there's the ugly. The good and the beautiful are upstairs. So like I said, she's talking to her mama. Absolutely, absolutely, bears. You're always welcome. You know, when Dan gets here, we'll have to figure out a way to get all of us together. I'm not gonna take this call. I'll call her back shortly. For those of you who were wondering, that was my ringtone. Yeah, absolutely. We might have to meet halfway because I'm not going all the way to Connecticut. We have to meet. We'll work out a travel plan for part way, but I'm not going all the way to Connecticut. Not gonna happen. Um, I'm not going. Maybe we can meet in Maryland. I just don't have it in me to make those long runs in a car anymore. Does sound like a plan. Absolutely. Um, but we can figure that out. We got time. Does Dan have a does he have an idea of when he's planning on coming through? That's what I was trying to think of. Okay. Sometime in June. That sounds like a plan. It definitely gives us a few months to kind of get things together and organized.
Message for you, son.
Oh, a new voicemail. Yay. It was my mother. She's just checking on me. I'll give her a call back after this live stream. And I shouldn't say just my mother, but I did talk to her last night. Um, so she knows I'm alive and kicking. And if she were paying attention to her YouTube, she would know I'm alive. I'm on alive, I mean. Oh, he'll be here for the summer? Outstanding. That's great. That is fantastic. I know you're looking forward to that. Now, had he planned it for May of next year, y'all could be here for the wedding. This is Mutt and I are getting married on May 16th. Okay. You need to, after I'm done with this live and I call my mom, I'll give you a jingle. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second, Bears.
Message for you, son.
Our wedding is going to be on the 16th of May in 2025. Like I said, I can give you a call after after this live and after I give my mom a call. Actually, if y'all hold on a sec, give me just a second. Cool. Sounds good. I didn't realize he was planning on making the move permanent. We don't have any. We don't have a large Maori population here. He needs to understand that. He comes down this way. Y'all come down this way for a visit. I might be able to introduce you to some Samoans. I know I can. There ain't no might. I know I can. Hopefully I didn't drop this call. Hopefully this connection didn't drop when I went to check my voicemail. It was a digital voice. The voicemail was. I get a text message. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. I just needed to go over and check on it, make sure she was okay. Anywho, that kind of gives y'all a rundown on what we got going on and what I'm going through. I hope this might help somebody who's going through something similar. Um, I do appreciate your thoughts and prayers while I'm dealing with all this, while we are dealing with all this. This is not something I'm going through alone. I feel like I'm letting Danica or Mrs. Mutt down uh, because I don't have the energy for us to do things that we need to do. But so far, she's being a real trooper about the whole thing. Um, and I just want you all to, I want the world to know how important she has been during all of this. And I mean that sincerely. I know that you'll probably catch this a little later. And when you do, baby, please know that some days you are the reason that I get through it at all. So, I love you, Mrs. Mutt. Okay, gang, I think I've been sentimental enough and given you all enough of an insight on my day to day that I am thinking about ending this stream in just a few minutes. Um, unless anybody has questions, comments, suggestions. This, like I said, was an impromptu, last minute decision. Hi, Sandy. How are you? And thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you hit the like button for me if you would. Until the next impromptu live. Well, tell her I said thank you, and thank you to you as well, Sandy. It does help. It really does. I genuinely appreciate that. I'm just tired today. That is my chief complaint. I literally have no energy. That is my primary chief complaint. Um, is that I just don't have the energy to do much. Yep, I know exactly who you're talking about. She's the reason that I'm thinking about getting back into. I used to do a little wood burning. Nothing as elaborate as she was doing, obviously, but I am thinking about getting back into it. her work is far more elaborate than the stuff I'm thinking about doing. I have a little bit of nausea today. Not, it's not super heavy. It kind of is just sort of, it comes and goes in waves. Just, you know, it's hard to describe. It just kind of, one minute it's there, the next minute it's not, kind of thing. Yeah, I used the type of wood burning I did was I would my father and I made walking sticks. More my father. He did far more elaborate work than I did. In fact, I was over at my mother's yesterday, and I found one of his walking sticks that he had started, and he had done some paracord knot work and had put it on one before he passed, and it was just down there. Uh, it just brought back a lot of memories. Um, but yeah, pops Pops was far better at it than I am, but I'm also thinking about getting back into it. So hopefully it will help. You know, it'll help me to progress. You know, the more I do it, the more it'll help me progress. But we'll see what I can get worked out. I'm uh, I'm not. I might do some paracord work on mine, but not anything near as elaborate as my dad did. I would probably do more carving into it than Dad wasn't much of one for carving into things. Um, that was more my area. Although I'm not the best carver in the world, but I did enjoy it. I just had number 5, and I have 7 more for a total of 12. I don't mind at all. I really don't. I'm slated for a total of 12. I just had the 5th one yesterday, so that means I've got 7 left. I might just make that happen for you, Deb. I don't have it with me right now, but I've got some stuff put away in storage, um, so I'll have to go to the storage unit. But I definitely wouldn't mind showing off some of. I'm I'm thinking I've got a couple of things in mind that I'd like to do um, with some stuff that I've seen around here. Sometimes you got to let the wood talk to you. Sometimes you have to let it tell you what it wants to be. Then you get the yeah. Then I get to ring the bell at number 12. Yes. And yes, I will. When I do ring the bell, I will be recording that. And I'm sorry if it's taking me a minute to reread that a couple times before I answer. One of the downsides to this is that the chemo does affect temporarily. It's just a temporary side effect, but it does affect my eyesight. My dad also worked. He didn't work with paracord as much as he did with leather. Like he would do leather wraps and things on his walking sticks. Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm not super great at it. I'm My father was a very talented man. I tried to follow some of his leads, and they just didn't work out as well. But um, like I, my artwork tends to be more in the medium of photography. But I've also always enjoyed trying new things with trying to carve and whittle things. Um, yeah, my medium is more photography, to be honest. Um, I never classify. I was 40 years old. Here's a little story for you, Sandy. I was 40 before I even ever considered myself any sort of an artist. Now, mind you, I've done theater since I was a kid. I'm talking 16, 17 years old, well into my 20s. Shoot photography, uh, you know, like to carve and whittle, but I never considered myself an artist until I was probably 40 years old, so about 13 years ago. Um, just out of curiosity, I asked my mother to describe me in one word, and she looked at me and she said, "You're an artist." And I went, "Do what?" I go, "No, I'm not. Get out of here, Mom." And then she started laying out all the things that I've done. I like to write. I'm actually a decent writer as far as story ideas are concerned. Um, my editor is my best friend. But I like to write. I like to shoot photography. Um, I like to whittle and carve. So I had to actually sit down and think about it when she said that. But she's right. Those are all forms of art, and they're all forms of art that I enjoy. So yes, I have to technically classify myself as an artist. Yep, my dad taught me. My grandfather was a fisherman and a truck driver. Now, he didn't teach me to drive truck. He did teach me how to fish, though. Um, so yeah, I get it. I get it. a lot of grandfathers taught their grandchildren how to whittle. For me, it was my dad. Oh yeah. Well, like I said, my mother just sent me a whole. She's big into genealogy. She loves to do our family history, and she called during this live to kind of tell me what she'd found. Uh, we're Scottish. We were. I come from a large on both sides, Scotch Irish, Scott Irish, not Scotch. Scotch is a drink. Scott Irish background. My great grandfather was he was Scottish, but he lived in England, and that's where he met my grandmother. Um, I'm related to a long line of the Scottish royalty. Do you still have 10 fingers? I have 10 fingers. Some of them are a little nicked up, but I still have all 10 of mine. Like I said, some of them I never will forget. I was probably 8 or 9, and that finger right there, I can't see the scar anymore, but I almost took the tip of it off carving with a knife. So yeah, I get it. Trust me, I definitely get it. I don't know if you were in the chat when I talked to Deb the other day or not. I'm thinking about having some prints done up of some of my photography and seeing if any of them would sell on one of her auctions, just to see. Um, I generally don't sell. Well, I can't say I don't sell because I do. I have a Redbubble store, so I do sell some of them on Redbubble. Hmm. Well, I'm the first person to use the word whittle. Hmm. No, I was always taught it was whittling. My grandfather used to say, "You carve in granite, you whittle in wood." If you want to see some of my earlier work, and I mean earlier work, uh, go to Redbubble and look up Celtic Mutt, or you can just go to CelticMutt.com and click on. I have a list of all of my stores If you go to CelticMutt.com, you'll find the Redbubble link, and it'll take you directly to my store. And in there is some of my photography. If it's not stuff that I myself have shot, it is stuff that I have helped to edit. So it, by all means, feel free to take a look. Give me 1 second. I think Mrs. Mutt texted me from upstairs. Give me just a moment. Let me see here. I'll have to look at that reel in a little bit. I'm on a live, honey.
Okay.
I did an impromptu random live. Yep, if you go to CelticMutt.com, press the Redbubble link. There is quite a bit of my early work in there. Some of the later stuff, but mostly early stuff. I do a lot of sunsets, sunrises, ocean shots. Living in and around Virginia Beach, the ocean tends to influence a lot of my work. All right, well, Mrs. Mutt has come down. Over here.
I didn't want to get in the way.
No, you're fine. Come here. It's just as much your channel as it is mine. I'm talking to Miss Sandy right now.
Hello.
She's on Deb's woodburning channel.
Oh, hello.
Quite a bit.
I think I saw you last night then. Yes, I recognize the name, Sandy.
Yeah. So. And Bear's Love was in here a little bit ago.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed her.
Yeah.
AKA Mrs. Kiwi.
Yep. AKA Mrs. Kiwi. Dan Kiawi's future Mrs., I think.
Forgive my hair, Sandy. I've just been running around and
Here, I'll just reach up and pull it. I'll just reach up and pull it. But yeah, we're doing okay. She's the one I feel sorry for. I know there's a lot that I was saying earlier that we want to do. I just don't have the energy. But soon, I hope.
It's okay. I'm used to being a couch potato.
But I don't want that for us.
I know. And I opened a second soda. Oops. I thought I finished the first.
Yeah, yes. Celtic Mutt. Actually, it's all one word. CelticMutt.com. Yep. And the mutt doesn't have to be capitalized, I don't believe. Or you can just, yeah. That's probably the best way to find me.
What you doing, Looky?
Look, I've grown hair, folks. I've grown hair. Wait for it. Hold on. Oh, well, darn. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. I've grown hair again, folks. I have grown my hair back.
Miracle Grow is a wonderful thing.
It really is. Hi, Mrs. Mutt. What is she saying here? You can help me read that bottom
Very,
one.
very nice to meet you.
Ah.
Yes, I think you beat me out on something last night, but that's okay.
What's that?
Or the other night.
Oh, you're talking about the bids?
Yes. I didn't bid last night. I just watched for a little bit.
Yeah, we have dorky moments like that quite often. It helps keep our sanity.
Yes.
Wait, I have sanity left?
Yes, you do.
Wow, what's that like? I don't.
The insanity of the kittens helps us keep our sanity as well.
Yes, it does. It truly does. It says she's not in here. I think that's funny. I know she's here because we're talking. Hey, little girl. Mama wants you.
Mama wanted to show you off.
Come here. Come here. Come on. Trying to grab our youngest. Got you.
Daddy scruffed you. Baby. You like being a camera queen.
You're the camera kitten queen anyway.
This is our baby. This is our Trinity Marie.
Where she is? There she is. That's Trin.
She's on both of our channels. My channel just hasn't taken off like our channel has.
Yeah.
I've got a whole whopping 8 subscribers at this point, unless I look.
Hey.
But oh well.
Take the 8. Take the 8.
I am. I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for them. I just don't have a whole lot of content yet,
Well,
so I'm working on it.
Well, you get more of the cats.
Yes.
The cats will bring people. I guarantee you.
Yes.
So,
I've got to clean up a picture of these two cuddled up together, sleeping on the edge of the end of the couch here. So.
Just from.
Yes. That's for you, honey.
I can't read it. What does this say?
Just remember, keep the eye on the prize, which is the bell ringing.
Yeah. I am. I just get flustered sometimes. And when that happens, it just makes it harder.
Okay, you two. Hope to see you tonight or on the next live.
All right. No promises about tonight. Depends on how I'm feeling. But for sure, we will be going live on Tuesday. I have an idea for you in that regard.
Okay.
I don't think we covered any female moonshiners.
Okay. Or female
bootleggers.
Okay.
Moonshiners, bootleggers. That's an interchangeable thing. So yeah, you might want to look into that.
Okay.
Because I don't think we covered any of them.
Message for you, son.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. I appreciate you, Sandy, for coming in. Bears Love, if you or Mrs. Bears Love, the former or the future Mrs. Dan Kiawe. I appreciate you too. In case you catch this later, and we look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Low-key. This is low-key. He is very Lowkey, low-key. Buddy?
Except right now, because he doesn't want to be held.
He doesn't.
He wants to go to the end of the couch and just
chill.
Lay down.
Lollygag, as they say.
Well, actually, he's trying to take a bath without falling and wants to sharpen claws, which is going to get him sprayed if he's not careful.
Well, there's the water bottle right
it.
there. So, yep, that's our low-key. And we've got another one floating around here somewhere. She likes to hide. She's our hider. That would be Miss Abigail. She's
probably in the faceless roommate's room.
Yeah, it's possible.
Or she's in the dining room.
She is the pocket panther, as we refer to her.
We used to refer to her as a handful of hellion.
Yeah, yeah.
She has kind of mellowed on that for the most part. Every once in a while, she'll go a little nuts with these two, and they'll go all three chasing each other.
Usually in the middle of the night.
Just perfect timing to bother him when he's trying to sleep.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's all good. Anyway, gang, we will see you on the next go round.
Have a great day.
Take care. Bye, guys. And